What is going on, YouTube? And we are checking out my tournament victory run for an open Great League on Silphroad tournament. Had a lot of fun. You can see the teams on the left. So my first opponent was Ricky Licious. Actually, a really nice guy. I've been talking to him on Discord there. But let's get into these battles here. So I chose to start with Medicham, and this is an awful lead, so I'm gonna save swap into my Registeel. I chose Registeel also because he had two flyers, an Umbreon, a Politoed. So Registeel was probably one of the most solid picks other than the Galarian Stunfisk. So to counter the Galarian Stunfisk, I also chose Swampert. So Swampert was also a very solid pick, being able to beat the Skarmory, the Stunfisk, trouble against the Politoed unless I had an energy advantage, and then it could also beat the Sableye. So I get the Zap Cannon off on the Sableye, and I'm going to swap into my Swampert. I'm throwing the Hydro Cannon on the CMP tie here. That is going to get the shield. I'm debating on whether I want to shield this or not, but I let the foul play go through, and in comes an Umbreon, and I know this game is over. So going to be going for a Hydro Cannon here. This is going to be doing some nice chip damage. Again on the CMP tie, gonna let this Dark Pulse go through. That takes out the Swampert. Gonna come in with the Medicham, and from here I'm just gonna be able to counter all the way down. Counter doing super effective damage against that Dark type. We could take a Dark Pulse, no problem. And I'm debating on whether I wanted to catch. Oh my gosh! Oh, we catch a Dark Pulse onto the Registeel, and we're able to farm all the way down. Have a Zap Cannon locked and loaded to grab that last shield on that Sableye. And we just have so much energy left on our Medicham here that we're going to be able to take this game. So the first game goes to Moa, taking it with one shield up. So good game there, first game. Hopping into the second match. So with these tournament bouts, you have to play all 3 games. As you'll see in this tournament, I go on a crazy run here. Absolutely bonkers. Going to be shielding up this foul play. I decided to lead with my Registeel this time. I didn't see the Galarian Stunfisk, and I figured, well, maybe he'll put the Galarian Stunfisk in the back, so that's why I brought Medicham and Swampert this time to deal with the Galarian Stunfisk. Gonna be shielding up the foul play. Out comes that Galarian Stunfisk, and I decided to bring in Medicham because I'm thinking there might be a Sableye, and that way my Swampert can handle the Sableye too. So I'm farming up a lot of energy here. My opponent just throws a Rock Slide there, so it's not very effective. You want to be going for Earthquake. This is probably going to be the Earthquake, but with no shields up. Oh, that does mighty fine damage. Gonna be going for another Ice Punch. This should be taking out the Stunfisk. And in comes a Politoed, and I'm actually able to get to this Psychic. That does so much damage. And I bring back in the Registeel. I didn't think I was going to make it to the Zap Cannon. We did have it, but I throw the Focus Blast just in case. Out comes the Sableye. We're going to be able to survive a foul play, and then we'll outpace to the Earthquake, and that's going to be another good game. But I decided to go for the Hydro Cannon, actually, which is quite weird. Could have made it, maybe I couldn't have made it to it. But either way, we're going to be able to outpace to the next Hydro Cannon. Good game, well played. So that Politoed, I did not expect the Politoed. And he was running Bubble. You want to be running Mudshot, just generates energy so much faster. Swampert into Sableye. Gonna be going straight for the Hydro Cannon on the CMP tie here, so I count to 6 and then throw, but it wasn't CMP. They decided to bring in Skarmory, and unfortunately I have a Registeel for their Skarmory. Gonna be going for the Zap Cannon, see what they want to do. They actually decided to shield that, so they are down both shields, and I have 2 shields up with the Registeel up on a Skarmory. They go for the Brave Bird. That does do a decent chunk of damage. Gonna be going for another Zap Cannon here before they get to the next Brave Bird. Left, right, good night, Skarmory. Out comes an Umbreon. Oh my, maybe they should have brought their Sableye into this matchup. I'm gonna no shield the Dark Pulse. We can survive it quite healthily, and I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast. This Focus Blast is gonna be doing maximum damage. Look at the damage. That is an Umbreon, everybody. Bulky Umbreon. Another Focus Blast coming in. Left, right, good night, Umbreon. In comes the Sableye, and we have an Earthquake locked and loaded. Gonna be shielding up the foul play. Don't even need to bring out the Medicham. I decided to go for a double Hydro Cannon here. I don't think an earthquake would have quite KO'd, so that's why I went for double hydro cannon. But looking at the health, I think it would have been very close actually. So taking a 3-game victory there, and gonna be hopping into the second bout of matches here. So my next opponent, running a very spicy team here. You have Litleo, Silph, and Quagsire. So I chose to leave my Frostlass here because my Frostlass had pretty good player on the board, being able to beat the Dragonite, the Quagsire. Except I knew Quagsire ran Stone Edge, so I decided to shield that one. I'm going for the back-to-back avalanches here. That is going to get the shield back. Going to throw the next avalanche here before they reach their Stone Edge, just to force them to either expend a shield or get hit with a really hard hitting move. I decided to double shield the Frostlass actually, because now I'm going to be able to farm down and probably get the shield back for whatever wants to come in. But I end up going double counter in the back, and they have no idea that I go double counter in the back. And Vigoroth is just an absolute beast. Look at that. We're taking super effective damage from the counters, but we're gonna be able to just counter them all the way down, and it's gonna be a simultaneous K. No, we actually counter them all the way down. Not quite able to get to the bulldoze, but that's okay. Medicham should clean up a house in the back, and we still have Frostlass with a Shadow Ball. Gonna take that Zap Cannon, no problem. Gonna get to the Psychic. I go for the Psychic because it's stab, and we get the chance for the attack debuff. That does get the shield. Not quite able to get to the Shadow Ball, but that's okay. It forces them to throw a Flash Cannon. Oh my gosh. And we're able to get to the Ice Punch here, and this is going to finish off the first game of the next round. So very solid lead. I decided to go double counter there because they're double normal type, and we lead a Noctowl. I'm going to swap right away into Vigoroth. For those of you who don't know why I keep bringing Vigoroth into Noctowl, or sorry, Vigoroth. Vigoroth actually beats Noctowl in the one shields. Even with its new buff, Vigoroth wins in the one shields. So it's a simultaneous KO, and now I have to think, okay, what are they going to bring in? They decide to bring their Noctowl in before the timer's up, and now I have my Frostlass on that Noctowl, and that is absolutely amazing. So in the future, definitely want to wait out your clock. Don't bring in your Pokemon right away. And it's a Litleo in the back. Counters are just shredding this Litleo. Probably going to go for a Flame Charge here. That does some nice damage. Going to be boosting up the Incinerate damage here. Going to go for the Ice Punch. That almost KOs. And we get a little bit of a little lag. Sorry for the text there. Gonna go for the Ice Punch. That gets the last shield. And can we make it to another one? Yes, we can. It's not gonna quite. Does it knock out the Noctowl with this health range? Yes, it does. Not really. One Powder Snow should do the quick. And that's the second game. So on to the third game. Knight comes in. So I'm gonna go for a no shield on this because I know it's just a Dragon Claw. We can survive. I'm gonna go for an Ice Punch here. This is double super effective damage, and it's probably gonna be getting the shields. Hit all the bubbles. Come on. I bring out that Vigoroth, and out comes a Silph again, and we've seen this before. Gonna be getting that Body Slam off. I'm assuming they don't want to go down both shields. Night Slash coming through. We can survive, and it's probably going to be another simultaneous KO. Look at that. Putting in the work. Out comes a Quagsire. I decide to bring in my Medicham, force him to expend energy. Trying to get to that Psychic, but not quite able to get there. That's okay. We have two shields. Going to shield this up. It was the EQ. Going for the Psychic here. This is going to be doing maximum damage. Oh, it does do a lot of damage. And now I'm forced to bring in my Frostlass. And I know this is a Stone Edge, so I have to shield it because I don't want to get Dragon Breath down here. We are at the back-to-back avalanches, which is quite nice. And I know one Dragon Claw from this range is not going to KO, and a superpower is going to be resisted. So we have won this game. I think that was the second match, yeah? Yeah, this was the second match. A little bit of lag, but we take that game. So that was the second match. I think they allowed us to just take the third game, so that's why we didn't play the third game. But hopping into the next match here, next opponent. So going on an undefeated run so far. Very spicy triple Reggie team, double Cresselia, double fairy or not fairy, double Psychic with a Tapu Fini. So obviously my counters would rip through them, but the Cresselia and the Tapu Fini and the Deoxys are going to be an issue. So I kind of have to work around that. And thinking that they're there's no way that they would think that I would bring my Noctowl on the lead. So that is exactly what I did, hoping to catch the Deoxys, and that is what happened. Absolutely amazing. Now Deoxys can hit for Thunderbolt, super effective damage, but I'm gonna go straight for the Shadow Ball here, just to force them to either take the large damage or expend a shield first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shield this up. It is gonna be the Thunderbolt. That's a great shield on my end. They do catch the Shadow Ball here on the Regirock, but this is completely fine. I brought my Swampert especially for the Registeel that I was hoping to see, but I'm gonna be able to get this Hydro Cannon off before they get a move off, because I wasn't sure how much energy they had generated already. But now in comes a Tapu Fini, and we're gonna be able to outpace here to the Earthquake. Doing Earthquake to get the maximum damage off, and look at how much damage that does. Absolutely amazing. Now we can take a Surf, no problem. Gonna be able to get to this Hydro Cannon right before we go down. This is probably gonna be taking out that Tapu Fini. I'm bringing in my Registeel just to force him to expend energy, and I'm gonna be able to get to the Zap Cannon to debuff them and probably get their last shield, which it does, which now elects my Noctowl for a sweep in the back. I could shield this up, but I did not think I was gonna be able to get to that Zap Cannon. They undercharge that, which is very nice by them, but I just have to do a Sky Attack, and we're going to be able to take this game. Shield up the Thunderbolt or Psycho Boost they're going to throw, but now they're debuffed. This Sky Attack is going to do enough to take them out. So, GG's, well played game. I just caught the lead real nice. So I decided to lead my Registeel this time, and we catch a Tapu Fini on the lead. Absolutely great calls by me. I'm going to let the first one go through. It's just a Surf. It doesn't do too much damage. But now they decide to bring in their Deoxys. I should have brought in my Noctowl. A little bit of a mistake by me as fast as I could, because now I'm forced to shield before they are. I'm going to build up a little bit more energy and then go for the Shadow Ball. This would probably be a good situation to bait, but I'm glad I didn't bait because they did not shield. And we get the Sky Attack off on the CMP tie. Absolutely amazing. Down goes Deoxys. We are down a shield, but I'm thinking it's probably a Cresselia in the back. So now I'm going to have to make some crazy plays here to keep my Noctowl alive. Going to be throwing the Sky Attack, coming in with the Registeel with the combo play of the Zap Cannon, and they are shielding that up, the attack drop here, and I'm hoping to get to another one. I'm going to let this go here because I know I need to save a shield. I know I need to save a shield for that Grass Knot if I need to during the next Surf. And now in comes that Cresselia, and gonna be throwing off this Hydro Cannon. Just want to stall the Switch Clock timer out so I can bring my Noctowl back in. Gonna have to shield up this Grass Knot, and then I throw the EQ here, hoping to grab the last shield so I can throw a Shadow Ball off. And my opponent overfarms too much, makes a big mistake, allows me to get to the Shadow Ball on CMP tie here, and this is going to allow me to take this game. Moonblast comes in, takes out the Noctowl. We mud shot them down, left, right, good. Now you're going to be able to get to this Hydro Cannon. Even if they did have a Surf, it wouldn't be enough to take out my Swampert. That's going to be a good game. Well played game to my opponent there. So now we're heading into the last matchup here. Game 4 against one of my friends, DeMarco. Very, very good player. We matched up before in earlier Silph tournaments, and we've just been chatting on Discord ever since. He helped me prep for the Toronto Regionals, actually. So very, very nice guy. And the unfortunate part for him is that being able to play with him so much, I kind of knew how he was going to play. So again, his Lantern was going to be kind of a problem. As Sableye and Medicham, I had to bring my Noctowl to take care of his Sableye and his Medicham. Therefore, if I brought my Noctowl, he had to bring his Lantern, so I had to bring my Swampert. So I decided to lead with the Noctowl, and we catch a great lead. Sableye into Noctowl, and they don't even build up to the return. Little bit of a mistake on their end, because I know this is just a foul play, so I don't have to shield that. We survived that quite comfortably. And now I'm going to build up to the back-to-back Sky Attacks, see what my opponent wants to do. They shield that, which is quite nice, and one more Wing Attack, and we're at the Shadow Ball to do some maximum damage here. Look at how much damage that does. Some nice damage. Now I'm going to shield this up, probably going to be the return. Very nice shield on my end. Going to be able to farm down, and in comes a Lantern, and I swap instantly into my Medicham. So I don't allow them to get a lot of farm by doing this, and it hopefully draws out whatever's in the back so that I can put my Medicham on that and my Swampert on the Lantern. But they have their own Medicham, so it's gonna be a GG's from here. This is just a nice power up punch actually, and we're gonna be able to get to this Psychic, overfarming just slightly. Psychic gonna be doing absolute monster damage, and now we're gonna be able to get to this Ice Punch here, and we have a Noctowl with the Sky Attack locked and loaded. So now we can just swap in there, throw the Sky Attack, see what my opponent wants to do. If they shield this, that is absolutely fine by me. I can just come in, let this go, come in with my Swampert, Mud Shot all the way down, and that Lantern is so low that we're just gonna be able to throw a Hydro Cannon. Gonna be able to take this Surf. I didn't know if my opponent had another move stored, because they did do a lot of counters, but I don't think they could. So I'm going to shield up the Surf, build up to the back-to-back Hydro Cannons just in case they did, because I know Swampert wins CMP, and we're going to be able to get this Hydro Cannon off, taking out that Medicham. So we take the first game. This is the finals, everybody, for the win. So I decided to go for the same lead matchup here, and knowing my my opponents, how they play, kind of gave me the advantage a bit. I decided to go for the Shadow Ball because I know they like to play the same matchup twice. So I went to the same team. I decided to go for the Shadow Ball that time, thinking that, hey, you know, I'm just going for the Sky Attack last game, Shadow Ball this game, but they end up double shielding the the Sableye. So okay, I shield that one up. Gonna no shield this because I know it's just a foul play. And back in comes a Lantern this time, and this is just bad news bears for them, because my Swampert comes out. They have no shields. I'm gonna be able to overfarm just slightly so we can outpace that Sableye to a Hydro Cannon. Back in comes a Sableye. Gonna be sorry, left, right, good night Lantern to that EQ. Hydro Cannon comes in, left, right, good night Sableye. In comes that Medicham. Gonna be able to get some really nice chip damage with this Hydro Cannon here. And from here, they throw a power-up punch, but that is completely fine. The play for them would have been to farm down, but now it doesn't really matter anyways. No shields left. Noctowl with the Sky Attack, and we're going to be able to finish that game, winning us the tournament. But now we're just playing the last game for shits and giggles. Horrible lead, horrible safe swap, and this game is over. He brought the Ninetales to play, and I brought the Reggie. I don't know why I brought the Reggie, but I did. And that Lantern in the back is going to be able to eat my Noctowl up. Taking that Shadow Ball. And now I bring in my Reggie Steel here. I guess I could have brought my my Swampert in. But I would have had to take in a Surf. And I'm already down a shield. Now I bring my Swampert in to catch a Thunderbolt. Absolutely kind of amazing play by me, but not really, because we're kind of screwed anyways. In comes a power-up punch Medicham, and this is just such a dominating matchup for Medicham with power-up punch. Gonna be getting to the EQ here, doing some maximum damage. They're just gonna save shields for a little one. Cantonian Ninetales, can't shield this. And after we take out this Medicham, I have to take it out, or else the counter damage is just gonna absolutely demolish my Registeel. But it really didn't matter anyways. 2 shields up. There's no point in shielding this to make the game go on longer. So that's going to be a good game. Well played. And that's going to be a absolutely crazy games on my end. Winning us the tournament here. Almost went undefeated. Except for DeMarco takes the last game there. So you can actually win money. I won a $25 gift card from this tournament. So be sure to look out for silphroad tournaments that can win you some money. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in the future. And like always, I will see everybody in the next video.